Yeah, there's no bans in this tournament, if I remember correctly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the continuation of Joke, the 1K World Cup 2025. This is an exciting quarterfinals matchup. We do have Norway, the duo that is Crossbell and Ziquids, taking on Team Australia, consisting of Tsubasa, Renko, and Erish. Both of these teams looking to make a deep run in this bracket. Will it be achieved? Only time will tell. We do also have another match going on at the same time. That is between the United States and the furry side of the United States. So they're currently playing in the official channel. I think they're a winner bracket match. So we'll see how that one plays out. We'll keep tabs on that matchup as well while you guys are here. So do not sweat. But of course, we do have a quarterfinals pool to get into. And we will get into it in just a few moments here. Going into the rolls, Australia rolls at 23 and Norway rolled 16. So Crossbell crossed it out. Yep, it's a bell issue. Yep. He crashed out. Yeah, nah, there's no such thing as crashing out. It's crossed it out. Yep. Sounds about right. So, there's no bans, as I keep forgetting. In this tournament, we just go straight to picks. It is a best of 11, so first to 6 will win. And going straight into Classic 2, and that is going to be Danzai, Nahono, Bito, Tachinorando. Very long map. It is 4 minutes long. Gotta lock in nice and early with the lengthy. With the lengthy OG song as the first pick in the pool. Probably one of the longest songs in the pool. By that account. So, let's see how we go. We got Tsubasa and Rengo who are playing. I'm very curious to see how these players will perform. Norway having a notably higher scroll speed that they've opted in for. Crossbell, first player picking up a miss right before the opening stream. But Tsubasa struggling on the accuracy front allows Crossbell to catch up and overtake. That combo momentum in Australia's favor a little bit. We'll pull them ahead by a couple thousand points as long as the accuracies are relatively even. Which they are, for the most part. Tsubasa and Crossbell are fighting in the 96% range. Ziquids, on the other hand, starting off phenomenally well at 99%. But he has just picked up a miss. And that's going to set it back a little bit, particularly because Rengo, who is his main opponent right now, absolutely flying ahead with 99.6 as the opening. No misses. I believe those have great picked up. But the Australians picking well to start things off here and are getting rewarded with a 20,000 lead to open things up. Ziquids picks up another miss. He's now slipping into last place in the lobby. As Tsubasa and Crossbell at the same score practically. They're canceling each other out. And this is Rengo who's just accelerated in the lobby. Very long stream here coming up. Both the Australians still holding onto their full combos. But this stream contested. Alright. Both of them clear it, which is looking pretty good. Crossbell right behind. Just now crossing the 1,000 mark. Definitely still got some fight in him. Crossbell looking to try and outbeat Tsubasa and trying to pull back some of the points a little bit. Ziquid's getting to 400 combo now. Climbing up above 98%. Only about 15 to 20,000 behind Tsubasa. But I don't see either of these two players stopping Rengo. Rengo's been looking incredibly solid this track so far. For Norway's efforts, I will say that they've been doing pretty alright. It's definitely a reasonable effort. Ziquid's now starting to pick up some misses. Oh, but Tsubasa struggling quite a bit, dropping about 0.5% of accuracy. And Rango lost a full percent of accuracy but kept the combo alive. Oh my god. Crossbell's actually caught up to Rango almost. In terms of individual score, yeah. Rango's got a little bit of a combo advantage over Crossbell, but it's very minuscule. And Tsubasa now is starting to struggle in the back end of the song here. I mean, there's a 40,000 lead. It's going to be hard to drop, but a little bit of doubt creeping in a little bit. And now we go to the final stream. Will we see a last-second crash out? We do not see it. Yep. And the Australians take the first point. With Rango getting a full combo as well. Very nice, very nice. Norway doing quite well. Both players clearing 900k with Crossbell getting 950. Very good effort by the Norway part, but they were just that little bit behind Australia. And yeah, it just didn't happen. But it's okay. It's not their pick. Wasn't exactly, you know, something to look for an early breakpoint. But now the pressure is on to perform here. And Doki Doki, very popular song. You know, it's been around for a while. Fairly certain featured artists as well. Because, you know, gotta go for it, because why not? All right, here we go. Mapped by names, it's rubbish. That's a funny mapper name. Yep. That probably was somebody else back in the day. Oh well. Look, names may be rubbish, but what is not rubbish is combos. They have their weight in gold. And Crossbell does pick up the first miss in the lobby, but does recover right before the very long stream. Looking to try to energize a bit of a comeback, which this song is a lot shorter than what we just went through in Classic number 2. Oh, Ziquid's getting caught out by the long note. And that's going to give Tsubasa and Rengo a chance to get a bit of combo ahead. I mean, they're both already up 0.5%. 99.9 for both of them, pretty much. That is a very consistent performance for the duo there. But Norway's right behind. They're only 0.5%. They're ready to capitalize on any errors that the Australian side makes. But Ziquid's starting to drop a little bit, touching the 99% barrier. Does bounce back a little bit of support. But the streams just continue to roll in. We did see last map Rango and Tsubasa picking up some questionable streaks in the second half of the long note last track, but not going to be seeing that here. And Australia leads 2-0 with a very comfortable breakpoint, winning by 80,000 points. Off the back of Rango getting a perfect plus FC. That is crazy. And Tsubasa almost got a perfect plus FC, but did pick up a random miss towards the last 100-something notes. I mean, what can I say? That is incredibly solid by them. Zickwitz and Crossbell did pretty well as well. They both scored a lot higher than they did in the last map, but you know, it's just it's a tough competition. And Australia is not going down without a fight, and Norway does start the match down at breakpoint. But will they stay down at breakpoint? That remains to be seen. We do have a lot more songs to go through, so plenty of comeback potential for the Australian side. Yes, they are indeed cooking. And cooking hard. Ooh, sorry about that. So, let's see. Where does Australia go next? They got a couple of classics to go through. They do have an old. And they also have 2 new songs to choose from. Alright, going to classic 1, Scream Out. Yep. The cut version. Okay. Interesting choice, interesting choice. Australia betting their lead on this map. We'll see how they play out. And yeah, things are going nice and quick here. Going under some really fast turnaround times for the players. Nice to see that both of these teams driving into it. Here we go. Zickwitz struggling a little bit on the accuracy out of the opening. Down a percent, but should be quickly recoverable. So expect Zickwitz to catch up a little. This song actually sounds nice. What the hell? The song gives you Eurobeat vibes a little. Norway, on the other hand, struggling a little bit. As Zickwitz does pick up the first miss, but Tsubasa trades back. Tsubasa does get a nice recovery. But Rango has also dropped the full combo, which leaves Crossbell the only player ahead, and in fact has now overtaken Rango in the individual matchup for the first time in the match. So how high can Crossbell take this? The battle for the lobby leader. Currently intense between the two, but Crossbell is fighting a 2-on-1 battle. Since Tsubasa and Rango and Crossbell are all very close to each other. Despite having the lower accuracy, that combo momentum swinging about 10,000 points in front of both of them. Giving Crossbell an opportunity to try and leapfrog the Australians. The Australians are not going to take that lying down. With a quarter of the song to go, Crossbell is trying to set the stage for a recovery by the Norwegian side, but Zickwitz is struggling a little bit here. About 3% difference almost between everyone else in the lobby. It's a tough a tough backpack to carry, especially in a 2v2 setting. But yeah, it looks like both Tsubasa and Rango will recover from their earlier breaks. and will catch up. Crossbell dropping the full combo towards the very end. Unfortunately, did get a choke that not only cost the full combo, but also cost the top score in the lobby, which shifted over to Tsubasa in the very last second. As Rango did pick up a couple of greats towards the end there. And yeah, Australia's just leading 3-0. Screaming out in cheers and joy. Yeah, that song is an old school classic, going all the way back to Paradigm Shift. Oh boy. Time for press start. All right, so we're going to see the Norwegians press the start button on their scoreboard in real time. Yep. Going, you know, trying to get the first point on the board. Has to do it sooner rather than later. Yeah, do not be fooled. This is a tricky track. I wonder how the United States is going. The United States is fighting the furries in the United States. I think they're a bit more even right now, and the Discord preview is showing 1-1, but that's a few minutes behind. So they've had a bit more of a balanced start than what we've had here. But look, as they say, it's not about how you start the match, it's about how you finish. Although Norwegian definitely wants to... Yep, they want to get their points on the board. And Rango does pick up the first drop. And Norway actually getting an individual... No, sorry. They're not getting an individual lead, they're getting a team lead for the first time as well. 10,000 points, it's not a lot. This is a long song. But Australia getting wiped out there. And Crossbell looking to set the pace nice and early. As Norway sets the lock in a little bit here. And the Australians are genuinely struggling a little bit. The accuracies are kind of okay. It's just... Oh, but... Yeah, those bursts catching everyone off guard. Crossbell dropping the full combo, but does have a nice score for it. And yeah, this song featuring plenty of dense bursts that you gotta keep up with. That also shift in size and frequency too. It is a little tricky to constantly be adjusting your tap patterns. I mean, look, it's already tricky enough to be playing in one lane, but even more so when you have to, you know, adjust as you play out the song. Especially if you're like the Norwegians who are playing with a much faster scroll speed. You don't get a lot of frame of reference if you haven't prepared it ahead of time. But yeah, the Norway is absolutely blowing out the Australians. 100,000 points between the both of them. Yeah, Crossbell and Zickwoods are fighting now for the top score. Tsubasa trying to chase. But it's just Rango who's absolutely struggling on this chart. 95%.
Bro, this is fire.
Bro's just struggling with those bursts. And I just... Everyone getting wiped there, too. Yeah, this song not for the faint of hearted. But I think it's fairly safe to say that Norway's going to win this. It's just a battle between who's going to top the score, especially with how frequent these bursts are. Everyone struggling for a little consistency here. Looks like Zickwoods is going to come out on top. And Norway getting the point on the board. They Norway, they definitely weren't struggling for 3 maps. That's not what happened, okay? They were just flexing their muscles a little bit, cracking the fingers, putting the hand on the controller and nowhere else, and then actually hitting the start button. And they've now got the first point on the board, and they're hoping to try and carry that momentum through into this next pick. But the ball is in Australia's court, so where do you go? They've been doing very well on songs that are not very long note heavy. So gee, I wonder where do you go from here? See, I don't remember these songs. So I don't remember which songs are LN heavy and not. Since we got a whole new mod structure that's different to what you see in other modes. Alright, the Australians have deliberated on new one. Alright, Luminous Seal. Alright, new one getting selected. Oh shit, they're going in. Uh-oh. Wait, they're saying good luck. Wait a minute. I don't think this is... Wait a minute, I know this song. Uh-oh. Yep. I mean, I hope we get to listen to that song. I don't think it's known as Luminous Seal, though. I'm pretty sure it has a different song name. Damn, I need to play this game again. Yeah, oops, we got some technical difficulties. So, while they play out, let's quickly check on how the Americans are doing. I'm gonna just quickly tab in and tab out. Actually, no, wait, no, I'm gonna check this Twitch chat, Lamel. Just do that instead. Yeah, it's currently 3-1 for the United States. The Americans are beating the furries that are also Americans. So yeah, that's a thing that is currently going on over there. Yeah, they're having a big matchup. That's 4th seed versus 5th seed. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me to see a fair amount more turnout over there. We're currently having a bit of technical issues. Totally fine. The Australians are currently leading 3-1. Norway just picked up the first point in the match after winning press start. Surprisingly. Irony aside, they're looking to try and make the start of a comeback. The Australians have just picked a new one, and the stream just kind of, Bancho bot being Bancho, right? Just, Bancho just flopping on its head, as it always does. Peppy, don't ban me, please. Oh, okay, here we go. We're tuning in halfway into new one. Oh, dude, the song sounds good. But yeah, let's see what we got here. currently Australia's leading this map because Rango's just obliterating everyone. 98.5%, which is a whole 2% over everyone else. Yeah, last map Rango was dropping, but this map Rango is carrying. I believe that's also a full combo run. Can't say with certainty, but you know, if it's 1,000 score and it's already been about 2 to 3 minutes, it probably is a full combo run, right? It's usually how that works. On the other hand, everyone else who's fighting for second place here. Oh no, Rango just lost it. Tragic. Looks like Zikwitz is barely beating Tsubasa with a 97% run. So yeah, I think it's, you know, the client is, you know, being the client. Oh, looks like Norway's coming up with a 1,000,000 score comeback right here. Yep, there we go. Norway getting the second point. Yeah, they just won a margin of no, they didn't. I'm just trolling. Oh, yeah, Rango scored a 0. Lock it in, boys. Yep, it's official. Rango only scored 4. He scored 4 misses. Wow, that's kind of funny. Top 10 scores that never happened. Yep. All right. So officially, what happened is Australia won the map very comfortably. Rango obliterated the lobby. Bancha just refused to acknowledge it and just gave him 0 instead. Because, you know, let's be a meme. So, Norway struggling to get a little bit of momentum in the matchup. Going to go for classic number 3. That is going to be Glaz. Marshall Maximizer. What? Slim Shake, yep. You know, oh, I see what they're doing. They're just coming up with words that start with the same letter. Like beep boop. Slim Shady. A Luck Lord. Yep. I see what they're doing. Alright. Jokes aside. Getting the introduction out the way. Yeah, this is a long note heavy track, so prepare to hold down the buttons. And Tsubasa struggling very early on. Rango picking up some misses as well. Norway looking very comfortable here. 99%, 98%. Full combos that are only just starting to break. It's crazy. This is the best we've seen Norway. Rango's trying to keep things close. He's fighting Crossbell for the top spot. But yeah, Tsubasa has to catch up to Zikwitz to pose a chance. Is doing it a little bit. Has the momentum going for him. But Zikwitz has a nice accuracy buffer. 1.5%. Oh, but that accuracy is dropping a bit. And the deficit is dropping. Tsubasa now catching up to Zikwitz. Rango fell back a little bit against Crossbell, so Norway is still going to hold on to the lead for now. As Crossbell fighting to keep that combo alive. It's already at 1250. can't really go much higher than that. It may very well be the thing that's keeping Norway together in this. And Norway desperately needs to take this point. So Crossbell looking to solidify the win. Okay, Ziquid's missing in the last long note. That was a little scary, but yeah, Crossbell, absolute mad performance, only picking up one bad in the entire song. Getting a full combo. In Norway, they're trying to do this. They're trying to make this work. They started a little late. They're now winning defensively on songs with a fair amount of long notes in them. Is Norway going to find this opportunity and try to exploit the Australians? I don't know. We're going to see. Australia up next to pick, and definitely going to be avoiding any map that has remotely long notes in them. So that's going to probably eliminate another map or two in the list. I'm trying to remember if Transform has long notes or not. It's like the only song in the pool I vividly remember, vaguely. Oh, well. We will see. Norway definitely having a little bit of life in them. And Australia's really taking their time with this next pick. And you know what? Don't blame him. All right. Looks like Australia is going with classic number 4, Transform. Interesting choice. OG soundtrack. All right, here we go. Can Crossbell and Ziquid start pulling off some big wins against Australia? They do need to get a breakpoint in. This might be the map to do it. Tsubasa did start with a miss, but early days. Oh, but Ziquid's and Tsubasa trading. It looks like we're going to be seeing a repeat of what we saw these last couple of maps where it's Crossbell is fighting Rengo and Ziquid is keeping up with Tsubasa. Or at least that's the early trend performances of these players. But Crossbell and Tsubasa just traded on the last long note of that section. And in fact, I think the... Oh, wow. Ziquid's with a big drop there, dropping of 20,000 points. Everyone getting wiped in this section at the halfway point. 20,000 points in the lead for Norway. They're looking quite good here. But it's a little scary. It's a scary lead. Crossbell missing in this section. It's the nerves. The nerves creeping in. That's a little demoralizing. But Norway still holding on to an advantage. 10,000 points, but it is anyone's game here. Rengo drops before the start of the TI time. Tsubasa and Liquid keeping up with each other for now. Crossbell trying to get a bit of a lead, but Norway completely collapses, both of them missing, and Australia immediately takes the lead. Not even a contest there. Australia and Rango absolutely locking in and taking the 5th point, but my god, was that a little closer than it needed to be. Ooh, Jesus. Yeah, that was a little spicy. Very unfortunate for Norway, though. If they had won that, that would have been a momentum shifter. But alas, got to play with the hand that you were dealt with. And Australia barely gets away with that defensive pick. Norway was on the attack there, but just collapsed in the last not even 15 seconds. That's so unfortunate. But I think Crossbell finished top of the lobby, which is nice to see. But things are getting a little tight. Norway's got to win 3 of these next picks. And I'm pretty sure there's still a speed map somewhere that might be Classic 5. Australia went with a very risky pick and it paid off. All right. You know, it's boss time for the boss pick. Yep. The Norwegians are doing a Viking roll. Yep. All right. Mad respect. Got to play into the character a little bit. Rah. Plasma TV skill moves. Yeah, you know what? They're speaking truth. There's nothing wrong in this statement. Alright. Let's see. How are the Americans going? It is 5-1. The United States is beating the Furries. Yep. They're leading quite comfortably, actually. And Norway's putting up a closer fight now. I think they've, at least score-wise, put up a little bit of. We've seen a bit of a closer fight between the Norwegians here. All right, and they're going to need all of the smoke they can get for Norway to lock in. Rango does pick up an early break. Zickwitz does pick up a miss. And Crossbell follows right behind, the score flickering. The Australians capitalizing. A lot of pressure on them. And yeah, it's just Zickwitz struggling a bit in this section. I think the doubles are catching him out. But we are almost halfway in. And Australia is up by 50,000 points. Pretty comfortable position to be in. They even got a little bit of combo momentum as well. It is looking over, but it's not over yet. We've seen bigger drops in this match, so you know, Australia can lose this. And there we can see Tsubasa with the first miss there. And Rango and Tsubasa with a complete collapse. Norway's now cut the lead in half. And it's going down even faster. Crossbell giving Australia a little bit of cushion room. But the combo momentum is still on the Norwegian side, and Tsubasa continuing to lose points. And I'm telling you, it's anyone's game here. But Norway's got to do a little bit more. Zickwitz locking in. Crossbell. Oh no, Zickwitz dropped. Okay, Rango's kept it together. And there we have it. Norway on the cusp of a comeback here. Just wasn't able to do it. And just like that, Australia wins the match against Norway, winning 6-2. Wasn't the closest win in the world, but it wasn't exactly the furthest either. Definitely was not a sweep. Norway definitely showing some good fight in some of these picks. Didn't get to play the custom song. Very unfortunate. But Australia keeping their team alive for yet another match. Congratulations. The boys have done it. They've secured the win for another round. Norway doing a very well-rounded fight between the duo team. Actually, probably one of the only few countries still in the tournament with 2 players. It's not easy. I will admit it's not easy. But Australia was playing without Erish, so a little close. Definitely we'll be seeing some more action from Norway in a future event. I think with that, Australia progresses to the next round, or do they got another matchup? Yeah, they do. Okay. Australia progresses to the semifinals, beating out Norway 6-2. So we still got a few more quarterfinal matches to do. We got, let's see, how are the USA doing? Did the United States beat the Furries? The United States or whatever? It is currently 5-1. Yep. All right. Yeah, it's 5-1. So it's looking quite comfortable for the United States to pick the win here. So that means we still have a few more matches left to go. We got Taiwan. I believe that's Peru. Yeah, Taiwan against Peru Esclave. Yeah, they're going to be kicking off 2 hours from now at 3 UTC. Then we have the I don't know Indonesia. Okay, taking on Mixed Indonesia. Yeah, that's a goofy team names, but all right, we'll go with it. And then lastly, to wrap things up, at 16 UTC, we will have Great Britain against China. So, yeah, very, very exciting matchups ahead. I hope you guys are going to be here for it, because this joke tournament opening up once again with some fantastic matches, and we hope to see some more soon. So that's going to be it for me. I'm your commentator, B4320. Thank you all for tuning in to this match, and stay tuned as the 1K World Cup for Joke continues its quarterfinals for this year 2025. Take care.